So I kind of record these, readings ahead of time, and you know, um, do a little bit of, I don't know, simple editing. Just lay some illustrations out in a way that somehow lays out what is being read. And some of them are very standard, and some of them are very, you know, particular to the day. Just like the Mass. The Mass has ordinaries and, propers. Um, so, with that in mind, I was, doing my reading, preparing for September 17th, the impression of the Holy Stigmata on the body of St. Francis the Confessor, and I came across Matthew 16, 24 to 27, and it brought me back to a couple Sundays ago. I've been displaced, and so we've been going to the Novus Ordo Mass for some time, and of course the Novus Ordo Mass does not use the Douay-Rheims Bible for their readings, obviously. And neither does the traditional Latin Mass because they just use the Latin Vulgate. So the point here, though, is that I was very disturbed by the reading, and I think that reading was very um, patently disturbing, even by the preaching of the pastor, who by no means didn't seem to be kind of a TLM guy. You kind of have a sense of of that sort of a thing. No judgment on him, of course. He's a very good preacher in many ways. Anyway, to the point. The reading is Matthew 16, and it was 24 to 27 today, and the big it was one simple word. In the New American Bible, I haven't looked this up, I just know that it's there because that's the reading for Sunday. It says, "For what does it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his life?" Is what I heard. And as soon as I heard that, I kind of rolled my eyes. What is going on here? Why is that the reading? You know, um, that's not what Jesus is trying to teach. He's talking about your soul. Um, what does it profit the world to gain the whole? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? That's really the point. It's kind of a Captain Obvious statement to gain the whole world and lose your life. That you know what, nobody needs to preach that. You know, um, so the distinction here, I think, is very um, pointed, and even the preacher himself, without saying it explicitly, did say implicitly that this translation is a problem because in his sermon he did not use the New American translation. He used the Douay-Rheims translation. He used you know soul. I mean, you know the real teaching of the church is not about a worldly existence. It's about preserving our soul for eternal life, because you kind of have to, I guess, interpret the New American life in a certain way to understand it correctly. But the Douay-Rheims way is just very, you know, um, direct and clear. So anyway, just wanted to clarify that I guess just another promotion of the Douay-Rheims Bible. With clarity, with precision. It tells you exactly what you need to hear in the way that you need to hear it. What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Going back to the mother of St. Louis, who told him, prefer death over sin. That's really what this gospel is trying to teach. hopefully that's helpful. And if so, hey, share it. People need to know. People need to know these things. Thank you, and stay hungry, my friends.